Hey everyone, welcome back, and today we'll discuss on this general topic. Okay, so some of the community members they have requested me to to provide a detailed description on this future scope. So since they are worried about the scope, okay, so especially juniors, so who are having 3 plus and 3.5 now struggling for the interview. Okay, so to crack the interview and then to get into Abinitio question. Okay, so they need some clarity, so we'll just discuss on this topic today. Okay, so even if you're a senior, I know you'll understand some some contents, like some details from from this video. Okay, so if you haven't subscribed, subscribe below, and then I'll just ping the link above. Okay, so you can go and watch the entire playlist. So please do watch the entire playlist for for the Urban Show questions, so that you may prepare well for the interview. Okay, so that's important thing. So since in this time their recruiters, they are filtering many profiles. Okay, so it's important that you are aware of all the questions that being asked. Okay, so we'll start with the today's session. So first we'll see the future scope. Okay, so we'll break into three categories, and then finally we'll go to why banks are still using that. Okay, so first one, okay, agenda, I'll just since like as I said, like I will just break that into history. Okay, so present, and then your future scope. Okay, since the reason why I'm doing like this, okay, reason why I'm doing the like this, because you have to understand since when. Okay, so if you are junior, you have to understand from when. Okay, so since when urban issue has been active, okay, as a tool, and then present what is what is being what's being like whether it's maintenance projects or what's being developed there. Okay, in urban issue, and then future scope. Okay, what would be happen, okay, to our community. So these are three main timelines that you have to understand if you are in urban issue, like in profession. Okay, so we'll start with the first one. Okay, history. Okay, so that one, I would say is that like everyone knows. Okay, who are really using Abinitio, they knows that Abinitio tool has been active since late 90s. Okay, so they have created the tool around 95 96. Okay, I'm not sure on that one, but from since late 90s till now, so this tool has been active. Okay, so okay, so that's an important thing. Okay, because like see through through like 2 decades. Okay, so there these guys, like this tool is surviving. Okay, so it's highly important. Back to back hiring is going on. Okay, so for several years, and then same repeated questions are coming. Okay, so same questions are coming back to back. Okay, so it's kind of you have to understand the timeline. Okay, so since now like we are we are using that tool. Okay, so multiple MNCs, like they are adapting that. Okay, so and the other thing you have to understand is that geographical geographical areas. Okay, like geographical distribution. Okay, so where are our Abinitio clients. Okay, Abinitio clients, where are they located. Okay, are they located in US? Are they located in UK? Are they located in Australia? Okay, so now we have some few additional geographic locations that is being adapted into Abinitio. Okay, we will discuss on that as well. Okay, so since like in the starting, as you know, like it's in developed in US, right? So in America, like see, we have a lot of Abinitio projects. Okay, so starting, these three guys. Okay, so they have been using this. Abinitio. Okay, so from the starting. Okay, so example you can say, example we can say city client. Okay, and then you have Wells Fargo, Barclays. Okay, some okay, so like so many banking clients. Okay, and then you have travelers. Okay, so you have telecom companies. Okay, like Airtel. Okay, so these guys have been using the Abinitio till now. Okay, so even till now these guys are using. Okay, so from the starting till now. Okay, so no, and then if you talk about the sectors, so across all the sectors. Okay, across like see this one. Let's say in the history. Okay, in the history, like before 2015, let's say. Okay, so up like till 2015, like like across all sectors, like Abinitio has been used. Okay, so example you say banking. Okay, financial services, and then healthcare, and then you say telecom. Okay, so travel. Okay, logistics. Okay, and then you have a retail, okay. So so many sectors, they have used Abinitio, okay. So like till some time like, okay, so till I think 2020, like up to 2015, okay. So that's where like where peak of development happened, okay. Abinitio development. So Abinitio development was happening okay, continuously, okay, till okay, okay, so up to 2015 or 17, okay, let's say 16, okay. So big development happened, okay. Until then, after that, clients started, some clients started using clouds, and then some of the Abunishal projects, they are just still using maintenance and migration, okay. Some migrated like that, okay. So one example I would tell is that Capital One, okay. So Capital One Bank, okay, so they were using that, but from since 2020 they migrated, okay. So they migrated to other tools, okay. So let's say PySpark or others, okay. Let's say other tools, okay. So they did complete Abinitio migration, okay. So they are completely out of migration now, okay. So this one Capital One, they are completely out now, okay. So previously they were using, okay. See, previously like City, Capital One was one of the bank, okay. So Capital One, okay, was one of the bank, okay. So which used Abinitio, but they started the project, okay. So from 2017 to 2020, cloud migration project started, and then they migrated, okay. So now they are not using. If you go to their career page, you will not find the Abinitio position, okay. So some clients, they are migrating, okay, because of the licensing cost, okay. The reason is licensing cost, okay. So licensing cost mainly, okay, because this is like for clients, it's like impacting their finance, okay. So mainly licensing cost is the only main thing, okay. So not other resources or other thing, okay. So these are the history, okay. So now we'll see at the present, okay. So present, what's happening to the project, okay. So in previously, okay, in this, if you see application development project, what happened, okay. So you have the complete development, okay. So batch jobs, and then continuous jobs, okay. So you have continuous jobs, okay. Everything built, okay. So complete pipeline has been built, okay. So complete legacy pipeline has been built by using Abinitio. So at present, what's happening, okay. So as you know, like some clients moved, okay. So some clients moved to other environment, okay. So they decommissioned, they migrated from out of Abinitio. So I would say, see, I would say only some, okay. Some clients, okay, not everyone, some clients, okay. So and then few clients, let's say few clients, still using Abinitio, okay. So example would be City, and then CBA, okay, Commonwealth Bank of Australia, and then ANZ, okay. So and then Deloitte Financial Services, right. So and then Wells Fargo. So these guys are still using the Abinitio, okay. So if you go for other domain, let's say in semiconductor, like Micron is using, okay. And then like Airtel is using, okay. So the like there are like lot of clients, okay, just using now, okay. So what's like, see, these are like some clients moved, right. So example would be Capital One, and then healthcare clients, okay. So they moved out of Abinitio. And what happened to the work actually? So presently, we see, if you are a Abinitio person, normally you will see like few development projects, okay. So few development projects going on, and let's say it includes enhancement as well. And then most, okay, I would say most support plus maintenance, okay. Maintenance, okay. So and then you got migration as well. So these are the type of projects they are actively going on, okay. So in Abinitio, so if you are working on Abinitio, like you might have worked in these three areas, okay. So either you'd have been like a complete developer, but you should have, like, if you're a junior, then you'd have got some support work, or maintenance work, or migration work, okay, or some few enhancement work. In some cases, like, you have a few enhancement as well, okay. So currently this type of works going on, okay. So that's the thing. And then the coming to the cloud part, okay. So now it's like hybrid, okay. So they want to maintain, okay. See, some clients, they want to maintain the legacy, okay. So legacy pipeline, okay. And then and then parallelly they want to build, okay, the cloud one, okay. So since Abinitio, it's a cloud, cloud native platform. Okay, so they have adapted. Okay, so that are adapted to the, globally. Okay, so globally, like, as when the computing started, even this platform, okay, this Abinitio platform, they have their own cloud native. Okay, for example, in Abinitio tool you can find the AWS components. Okay, so Azure components. Okay, so these components you will find that, and then it's easy to adapt as well. Okay, so because of these features, what happened, some clients they built hybrid, model. Okay, so they maintain the pipeline, and then some of them they maintain the pipeline, and then some of the pipelines are in cloud as well, in active in cloud as well. Okay, so that's the present scenario. Okay, so now we'll come to the, we'll come to the, so this is kind of a future as well. Okay, present and future as well. Okay, so now we'll come to the why, why reason. Okay, why banks still use Abinitio. Okay, so that one you need to understand. Okay, so because if you understand this one, you'll understand the future scope. Okay, so mainly because the only one point. Okay, mainly because regulatory measures. Okay, so this one is a serious concern. Okay, so regulatory, see, you are having a customer data. Okay, customer loan data, whatever sensitive data. Okay, so as per country rules. Okay, so as per, let's say as per UK country rules. Okay, so UK country rules, if they have the stricter, tighter, you know guidelines. Okay, so what happens, they can't, like corporate companies, they can't move their data pipelines. Okay, but to the, move completely to the clouds. Okay, to cloud, so they cannot do that. Okay, so they cannot move completely to cloud. So that means, they still have to survive with the Abinitio. Okay, so that's the reason, many banking, okay, many banking clients. Okay, so some many banking clients, who have tighter, regulatory measures. Okay, let's say, banks in, like UK. Okay, so Barclays, so they are still active in Abinitio. Okay, and then in Australia banks. Okay, so CBA. Okay, so and you say, let's say I'll put, okay, before this I'll just put one category, future. Okay, so what's happening in the future, like current and future. Okay, so in the near term, some new clients are emerging. Okay, so this is an important point. Some new clients are emerging. So because if you're panicking that Abinitio will disappear, you should not do, like, you should not be, there's no need of panicking. Okay, so because see, some clients like, Sony PlayStation. Okay, so we have discussed the video on that one. I will just bring the link up. Okay, so they want to, manage the gaming pipeline. Okay, so they want to maintain that, so they are, migrating to the PlayStation. Okay, I mean Abinitio. Okay, so this is the client. Okay, and then, coming to banking, so F&B. Okay, so it's a South African bank. Okay, so in like South Africa. Okay, in South Africa, this F&B bank, they are like, actively, investing in Abinitio. Okay, so we got, a lot of clients emerging from South Africa as well. Okay, so if you are active in Abinitio, see, if you are active in LinkedIn. Okay, LinkedIn, you will get lot of this information. Okay, so you will get a Huna Tech, signing deals with the Abinitio. Okay, so that's kind of on news. Okay, so Tech is focusing on South Africa, there. Okay, so they are, providing solutions, for that client. Okay, and now recently, you just go to this Elite. Okay, Elite page. Okay, so Elite company page, they said, they are heavily invested in Abinitio. Okay, so they are also like, yes, invested in Abinitio. Okay, they'll be using that, and they are going to use that. Okay, so thing is, like, you can, it's a recent news. Okay, so go to the elite page in LinkedIn, and then just check what are they saying. Okay, so be active in LinkedIn. Okay, so wherever you get appreciation news, that's kind of, that will avoid your panic. Okay, so you don't need to panic, in the near term. Okay, in the near, like, 5 to 10 years, you don't have to panic. Okay, so in the near terms, like, 5 to 10 years, Abinitio community will be, still hiring will be going on, but the type of project might change. Okay, so as I said earlier, support, maintenance, migration, enhancement. Okay, so if this is the kind of work, then, suddenly some, in some cases, like, if some countries are, adapting to Abinitio, then you will get a lot of development project. Okay, so according to a company, so that's kind of, not like not in our control. Okay, so you don't have to worry about the hiring part. Okay, so now banks still use. Okay, so this is a reason. Okay, so regulatory measures, that's one of the reason. Okay, one of the main important reason. So that's why like banks remain, use like in Abinitio. And then and then also like they want to build a robust pipeline. Okay, so robust pipeline. Okay, okay, so easy to know, easy to like counter the failures and everything. Okay, so that's why like they are going for Abinitio. So this is the reason. Okay, so this is the reason, like why banks still use Abinitio. Okay, so now coming to our end part. Okay, so what's in it? Okay, so what's in it for our Abinitio community? So how should we take? Okay, so how should we take it? Do we have to panic? Do we have to panic, or do we have to be confused on this state, or what? Okay, what is the like? What is the like getaway? Okay, the thing is, for example, okay, I'll say, if a client, okay, so in my project, let's say, I'll just tell you an example. Okay, if in my project, if a client is if client is coming up with some requirement. Okay, some Abinitio requirement. Okay, so I would say, like, don't consider development. Okay, I would say like enhancement or maintenance. Okay, some whatever. Okay, whatever, what like we definitely have some architect and lead. Okay, so you have two senior people. Okay, and then two junior people. Okay, and then what we'll do, like, we will be, if the project like requirement and then everything is, if you calculate that long, okay, like that timeline. Okay, so we'll what we'll do, we'll just, we will okay, we'll take in freshers. Okay, so freshers who joined company. Okay, who joined, suppose you say, if I work in some company. Okay, suppose if I'm working in Wipro, so freshers who joined in Wipro, we will be taking that. Okay, so we'll take the freshers internally. Okay, so and then we'll guide them. Okay, we'll teach them Abinitio. We'll no we'll get them exposed to the tool, and then we'll make use, like, make you like we'll just ask them to work in Abinitio and then support the work. Okay, so it's kind of, when they develop the team, to like few seniors and then few juniors and then freshers. Okay, so that's all, like, freshers got, will get exposed to the Abinitio tool. Okay, later they will migrate to developing developers and then other work. But this is like going, it will go on cycle. Okay, so if a client coming in, then seniors will will recruit juniors, and then they will take in freshers as well. Okay, so internally they will take freshers. Okay, so and then the project will be developed. Okay, so developed, and then project comes to end, and then they will go to another project. Okay, so this is a cycle. Okay, so newcomers will come in, and then it is not like, don't think like entire Abinitio community is going to disappear. Okay, so nothing like that. Okay, so okay, nothing like that. Okay, so see, and this rumor is going on, this rumor is going on since 2017 or something. Okay, so like back then, still, like, see, from then, like, they have been telling you like Abinitio is going to disappear like that. Okay, so it's still surviving. And then currently, like, people are hiring as well. Okay, so currently TCS, Capgemini, okay, Infi, okay, so Pro, Accenture. Okay, so recently Accenture made a lot of hirings. Okay, so lot of companies. Okay, lot of, like, Barclays, you have Deloitte. Okay, so a lot of companies are hiring back to back. Okay, so don't be worried on this future scope and panic. Okay, so just focus on building, focus on building your profile. Okay, so building healthy profile. Okay, so building a profile, and then if you want to upskill, you can upskill to PySpark and Spark. Okay, so PySpark and AWS or some other cloud platform. Okay, so you can have that as a in your resume as additional skill. Okay, so that's what I wanted to clarify. So I'll make one video on the geographical thing. Okay, so since most of you like might not have known that clients list. Okay, so this one is important. So you should know who are all using the Abinitio. Okay, so okay, so that's the important thing. So I'll make a video on this one. Okay, topic, like, later. Okay, so I hope like you got some info out of this. So thanks for watching. Okay, so I'll see you guys in the next video.